Yeah. Woohoo! Okay. Good morning, everyone. And also, fun fact, this is also the earliest I've ever streamed. But yeah, so extra enthusiasm with the good morning. Also, I want to wish everyone, whether you celebrate it or not, a very happy Thanksgiving. So, in order to make sure me and my friends can have a great Thanksgiving, I'm making Chex Mix. So, here's the little recipe card. So, it's pretty standard. I feel like it's a pretty standard Chex Mix. Well, they call it Chex Party Mix, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing much partying. But we're going to be using 6 cups of Chex, 3 rice, 3 corn. Granted, this also has this is a try box I got from Costco. It's got 3 in it, but we'll be using those. 1 cup pretzel sticks. I like actually like this style pretzel more than a cup of peanuts. But I am a fan of the Bugles. Wait, no, we gotta. Yeah. Big fan of Bugles. So a cup of this is gonna go into each batch. And then for the sauce, we're gonna be using 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 4 tablespoons of butter, and then 2 tablespoons of seasoned salt, which... Did I seriously do this? Yes, I did do this. Okay. Well, apparently, I did not grab my seasoned salt, so... Yeah, sorry about this, but I'm gonna have to throw up the BRB and run upstairs to grab the seasoned salt. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm back with the seasoned salt. Sorry about that. I genuinely thought I was prepared today, but it looks like I was a little bit negligent in my preparation. So, first step in making Chex Mix is preparing the sauce. So for me, that means working with our butter. So if you buy like sticks of butter, half a stick is usually 4 tablespoons, and it's actually marked on it, packaging, but I'm not a huge butter person, so, and I already have like I actually have half a brick of this left from earlier, but I need 2 sticks of butter, and unless I bought like a real premium butter, which, I mean, granted, this is technically a premium butter, but even more premium than this, it can't just buy butter by the stick. It's a shame. So this is all the butter I need for today. So what I'm gonna do, since it's ounce wise, because the packages that have 4 sticks of butter, which is double what I need, are 18 ounces. This is 8 ounces of butter here, what I have, like right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold this out into my little paper towel here. Then I'm basically gonna cut this up, but I'm gonna cut it in half twice. So 1 half there, and then a half here, and spin it around, half there. And that's my units of butter. Now, granted, with sticks, I can really butter with my hands. Butter such an touch. Why am I averse of touch? it's greasy. And probably because it's greasy. So I'm gonna kind of break this butter up, get more surface area. That way, because right now my butter's salt. Well, sorry, I don't think I'm in the best headspace right now. I keep losing my trains of thought, but so I'm gonna just have it broken up a little bit like that, and then I got handy dandy microwave coon behind me. So I'm gonna take my butter, put it in sealed, open up microwave, and then I'm going to microwave it on defrost. So usually for my microwave, I'll do turbo inverter defrost. Yes. So I'll set it to half a pound. Even though technically there's only a quarter pound of stuff in there, but I really like using the defrost function because it allows me to microwave the butter at like a really low level, so it like easily puts heat to it, and it doesn't like blast it. Don't want to blast it. So, while the butter's melting, let's grab our big old box of Chex Mix and open it up and get our bags. So okay. So I presume these were gonna be in the right spots, but they're not. So let's see, that's a bag. Yeah, because that's my rice. That's my corn. And those are the wheats. Wheats are kind of... I'm gonna call the wheats a little bit of an undesirable. A little bit of an undesirable. I want to make a little spot in front of me for working with this stuff. But yeah. Also, like a real fun thing with like making Chex Mix is this is actually real easy to batch out once you get a flow going. Because as you can see from the butter, we're gonna do 4 batches. That's my okay, I should have brought scissors down for opening my bags, and rather than just be like, oh, I got a knife. Knife will be fine, but yeah, okay. I'm holding corn Chex, and I'm gonna do 3 cups. Kinda. I didn't cut this really well, so there's gonna be a really rough eyeballing to this. And we'll do a little bit more. But we're also gonna be taking it easy with the amounts. Primarily so... I actually really would like to open up this a bit better. The reason I want to take it easier with the amounts is because I'm adding bugles to it. So, the bugles are going to displace some of our need for the other stuff. I can get it. This. Oh, hey, that's turbo defrost done. Let's check the butter. Butter's back. Oh, cool, sweet. Hell yeah. Got melted butter. So, melted butter, you can chillax here. Wow, that's a real deep, like, yellow. Usually the butter I normally use for this is not that color, so. We're gonna do 3 cups rice Chex. And we'll go ahead and add rest of the, what I call the dry ingredients, which is gonna be like pretzels, bugles, peanuts, that fun stuff, so. Boom! There is the Chex. Chex is where it needs to be. Also, I do kind of want to eventually, well, bugles will go last. We're going to save the best for last. Bugles are great. We'll go ahead and do a couple pretzels. So, we got pretzels. I always like to be maybe a hair bit on the generous side with pretzels, just because Yeah, this bag goes a long way. It goes peanuts. Do a cup of peanuts. I've got my Kirkland peanuts over there, just in case I need a little bit extra. Or my trash can that's normally beside me, it has been unceremoniously pushed beyond my... There. Camera. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Better. So 1 cup of peanuts. 1 cup of peanuts. And now all we gotta do is the bugles, and the dry portion of the mix will be done. I wonder if I should have switched up camera angles for this stream. I feel like this is fine. It's ideal. Knife can go there. We kind of... Oh. Our focus now turns to sauce. Chex mix sauce. Whew. Oh. Go ahead and start with the seasoned salt. And I actually have, so, got 2 tablespoons here. Reason, if one of them gets wet, the salt will stick to it. And you kind of have to, like, stir the spoon in the, basically your, like, sauce you're making. So if you use 2, you can keep 1 exclusively dry. And then the other is basically your wet one, which you'll use to distribute the Worcestershire sauce and stir it. I actually just take the cap off. We need like 4. I'm going to be putting my eyeballs on this. I'm okay with being a hair bit generous. Like to be close. 1, 2, 3. Last. 4. And then, because I like to be a weird special person, we're gonna hit this with some granulated garlic. Oh. And just like a bit. Don't want to go too ham. Just a bit of garlic. Because your boy here loves garlic. I believe need to be a little bit careful about the spending of the mixing of my mix. So we're gonna just give this a really good mix, and once it's all mixed, we'll add it to our bowl. Mix the bowl. Bowl goes in microwave for 5 minutes, but we're gonna pause at... Darn, that's another thing I forgot. I think I might have that downstairs. I forgot to grab oven mitts, because this glass bowl is going to get very hot. And that's also the fun thing about doing these cooking streams in my garage is I don't always have all my stuff around me. Whereas if I was in my kitchen, I'd just be like, oh, the drawer for that stuff is like right over here. So, pour that in. That's the good stuff. Good stuff in the good bowl. What really brings this stuff out. So, and because of when everything's like really dry, like before you start microwaving it, I would like to be very gentle with my stirring here. But after when we do the stir in the microwave, like midway through microwaving this stuff, I can be a little bit more aggressive. So basically all I'm doing is I'm just pushing the mix around in the bowl and trying to get everything more consistently covered, bringing stuff from the bottom up to the top, because the sauce is going to want to settle at the bottom. Okay, cool. So that's bowl mixed. So I'm going to take the bowl, open up the microwave, grab paper towel. Set the bowl in the microwave. Granted, I really wish I actually had 2 webcams so that way I could do a microwave cam. But I have been kind of looking at some like camera upgrades for the streaming setup, but I haven't decided on anything. We will see. Okay. So, actually, they're at the last. And start though. Okay. Sweet. Chex is doing that. I need to run and grab oven mitts because. Oh, wait a second. No. No. I'm gonna be right back again. And sorry about that. But I've got my mitts, so I'm not gonna burn my hands. Oh. But one of the things I do like to do is I do like to start kind of prepping the butter, because I really want this microwave to stay busy and working if I want to batch these out quickly. I actually do, because I have a family event, and yeah, my sister's like, my sister wanted me to be there an hour sooner than what I was originally intending. So, trying to think, because I need to leave the house. That's actually a bit of a drive to her house, like a half-hour drive, and I need to stay on top of myself. Granted, what my expectations for everything is going to be, I get these batches of Chex Mix knocked out, and I skedaddle as quickly as I can. Ideally, I want to leave the house by 9:45. So, let's see, we got 5 minutes for this. Yeah, I feel optimistic, but that'll get done in time. Woohoo! Microwave's done! Yay, not burning myself! Woohoo! Fell off! Oh. So, I'm gonna leave... Oh, woo! Got hit with some fumes off that, but I'm gonna leave one mitt on. And then... Try not to drop tools. Well, drop cooking utensils. They're cooking utensils, they're not tools, man. I'm normally handling tools on stream. So. It just... Good stir. The reason why you wanna stir at the... roughly the halfway point when you're microwaving your Chex Mix is you want to evenly distribute the heat. Because the thing with microwaves is they can really heat up some areas, but not microwaves don't evenly heat things well, is the issue. So you gotta always like stop halfway through microwaving and give it a good stir. Let's go back in, paper towel. And go ahead and set it. Fine. Woo! And I'm gonna continue to caffeinate myself because, hey, I'm gonna need some caffeine. I really need caffeine if I'm really gonna be in like as spacey of a headspace that I was having earlier. Yikes. Could slightly speed this up. I'm gonna slightly speed this up by, in this bowl, I'm just gonna start pre-measuring and getting basically the next batch put together. While batch 1's in the microwave, and we're now putting together the dry ingredients for batch 2 into this bowl. And then once that's done microwaving, oh wow, this bag of Chex Mix, I set it on the microwave and it's actually a little warm. Ooh, one more, please and thank you. There we go, yippee. Okay, so that's next. Please don't fall off my workbench. I'm asking nicely. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Boom, pretzels. And the peanuts. Oh, this is actually a pretty good sized thing for... Huh. This thing's got like 3 cups of peanuts in it. That, and bugles. Oh man, nice. Oh. There we go, bugles are in. Cool. So, batch 1 in microwave batch 2. We got the dry ingredients set up. So, once we're done with the microwaving that batch, I'm actually gonna... That's just finished up. I'm gonna put the butter in, the defrost, and then I'm also gonna like take the other Chex Mix out, and I've got a little table behind me that I might show you guys where the Chex Mix is just gonna like dry. Pardon me. Cool. Because yeah, this stuff is warm stuff. Steaming. I don't think the camera's gonna capture steam, but woo! Yay! Grab glass, park that there, and we'll get batch butters. Butter defrost. We'll do that and start dough. Cool. So, before I pour out my microwave Chex Mix, I always try to like stir it, because sometimes you'll get some like chunks, kind of like what I got here. Woo. So I just kind of want to break those up a bit. Also, another reason why you really want to stir it around the halfway mark is it really does help a lot with like these like big chunk pieces from forming. Which some people desire them, some people don't. It can vary a little bit. Man, this mix is looking a little on the dry side to me. I might want to up my sauce amount. Well, I might add a little bit more of the Worcestershire sauce, just a little bit extra. It looks a little bit on the dry side. So, I'm gonna take this and take it to the cooling area. Okay. Yeah, because that glass bowl was a little slick. So, I don't know. I guess I could show you. So, whoop. There it is. And I have wax paper. Protect the surface. Normally you'd be doing that to protect like a dining room table or a kitchen countertop. I'm working off a piece of plywood because I'm in a shop. And then to set my mix, I just dump it in there. Microwave is done defrosting butter. Okay, I might actually end up... I'm actually gonna make... I am really optimistic on my ability to make time. Which I'm happy about. I'm really happy about. Because... Wowzers. Because right now we're... pretty much got... I just have to finish like measuring out stuff for the sauce. And then once that's done, I'll basically be... We'll be microwaving batch 2. There, that's our tablespoons of sauce. Well, salt, seasoned salt. Blech. Words. Words, I have... Not good at words. But we're also going to be generous. Because... Might even go 5. 3. 4. A little bit extra. Mostly because the first batch looked a little dry. That's also kind of like a fun thing when you're like batching out like something like this. If you notice something with batch 1, you can change it. Which is kind of like one of the nice things when you have to make like a recipe that's kind of doing lots of different batching. Because I'm constrained by the size of my mixing bowl and my microwave's ability to, well, microwave. Well, the size of my microwave. Granted, my microwave is absolutely ginormous, I think. Which was funny because, so the funny story of this microwave that I have is, one day the family microwave just broke. So my dad went to Walmart to buy a new microwave. And he just grabbed a box off the shelf that looked roughly the size of the spot in our kitchen where we keep our microwave. Yeah, he brought it home, unboxed the microwave, and we stuck it in that spot, and it barely fits in that spot. Like, one side of the microwave actually is like touching a kitchen cabinet, and then the other side is just a hair bit over the cooktop for the stove. Granted, microwave next to stove is good, in my opinion. I don't like, because when I like, because I do like to look at houses on like realtor websites. Whenever I see microwaves over the stove, I don't know why, but I don't like it. I consistently do not like it. And I have no clear reasoning for that, but I don't like it. Like, stick microwave there. Why would you put microwave in that spot? I don't know. I don't know why people think like that's a good idea. Oh, Chex escaped. You thought you could escape. Yes, sir. You cannot escape your fate of turning into Chex Mix. One of my favorite salted snacks. Which is funny because a lot of the various like snack recipes that are like in my family, all of them are like sweets. All of them are like chocolate stuff, different things. But Chex Mix is like the one salty thing. Grab paper. Back over. Throw paper out. Microwave door shut. 2, 3, 0. Start. Time for a swig of tea. Okay. Nice. Hey now, I'm gonna you in theirs. So we can start preparing batch number 3. Batch 3 of 4. And this is just me breaking up the butter, because I can put the butter as like one solid thing in the microwave when I do the defrosting. Okay. So let's bring bowl back. And let's grab some rice Chex. And start pouring. Start getting the mix ready for... Start putting batch 3 together. So we're gonna just... I mean, we're killing this. Like, in terms of speed. Which is good, because that helps me... Gonna help me get ready for going to my sister's. And since the pretzels are being very determined to volunteer, I'm gonna go ahead and choose you pretzels. Pretzels. Now for corn Chex. It's in the box of, well, the bag of awkward. Which I guess after I get these 3 cups out. 2. And let's get cup 3. Cup 3! Yippee! Okay, so there's the bag devastation I have to live with. Treat your bags with respect. Actually, I'm gonna grab a thing. Haha. That. Okay, the microwave's almost done. I'm gonna set that to the side because stuff out and start stirring. And then eventually I'm going to have to also clean off the cool table. Well, the cooling table. Alright. But not getting burnt devices on my hands. Let's evaluate. Need to work on the placement. Damn it. Especially for cooking stream. The smell. Oh man, my shop's gonna smell amazing. One of the kind of downsides of when I do the campfire cooking streams is my shop basically ends up smelling like smoke, which is most part fine, but I kind of like, I can live with it, but I don't particularly like it. But today my shop's gonna done. Microwave's microwaving. We got only 2 more dry ingredients. That's the peanuts. Damn, we pretty much killed that. Good job, team. Good job. But there we go. So that's the dry mix done. So we got our butter kind of prepped. We got the dry mix prepped. So we're really rounding the corner at being at the halfway mark. So I'm going to step back. You can see what I'm doing. Here it is, everyone. Batch 1 in all its glory. It's salty, it's savory, it's Chex Mix. Best part of all, it's probably not good for me. Oh. Hydrate a little bit here. Ah. Big stretch, big stretch. My gosh. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving. Ooh, be warm. Time for the mitts. I kind of want this. Get a little bit of a little bit more of like a wider action. Woohoo! Actually, I like the placement of that. That's good. Go with my. Actually, no. Don't close yet, microwave. Go ahead and throw the butter in you. So we can go ahead. Stick. That goes in there. Crossed. Start. And let's give this a quick stir, break it up. This is batch 2 done. So I feel so. Gonna be real honest here. This stream is going to be a quickie because I've got places I gotta be, unfortunately. I wasn't anticipating my time constraints being what they were, but it is what it is. Also, I really did want to get like another stream in. I didn't want to. Pretzels hit. But yeah, this bowl gets real hot. Gotta treat it with respect. Dry ingredients in. Woo! Okay. Might be trying to go a little too quick. Might wanna relax a little bit more. Well, once the butter stops cooking, which literally right now, you guys got to see that, but that was a nice puff of steam there. Okay, let's hit it with the salt. Seasoned salt. Part that makes it salty. Actually, I think I need to get a certain of every. Granted, the average person probably gets it of salt in their life. Granted, also, like, speaking of, my dad really liked Bud Light. and he drank a lot of Bud Light. Yeah, he eventually got, well, he basically got to the point where he actually had a seizure. And it was caused by low sodium because he drank so much Bud Light, it literally just flushed all the sodium out of his system. Just like, gee, please, Dad. But he fixed the issue by just consuming more salt in his life. Like, he would, like, drink V8 fruit juice on the daily. Like, he would just, like, have a cup of V8 vegetable juice, and that was his salt. He also didn't eat a whole lot. He wasn't, like, a really big eater. He also ate, like, a lot of frozen meals. Those also have a lot of salt in them. But yeah, he was actually a rare case of human being needing, well, American needing more salt in his life, and that was just because of his drinking habits. As for me, I tried to give my liver rest periods, because drinking all the time is just not good for you. Drinking in general is not good for your health, but drinking is also fun, so. I actually did buy some beer just for Thanksgiving, and it's one of my brother-in-law's favorite beers. It's a Hefeweizen from Germany. That's basically like his favorite beer. So I'm gonna be bringing a 4-pack of that Thanksgiving for his and I's enjoyment. But hey, 2 beers. Well, it's 4 beers between 2 guys, so each guy is gonna get like 2 beers. So it's not gonna be, we're not gonna be like going ham or anything. We're gonna be very civil because we've got little ones in our lives. Got the good old niece and nephew. Okay, let's see. I'll give this a few more stirs, and here we go. Good. Batch 3. Like I will. Family event. Family man. But I will not be clean. I will probably not be cleaned up from this stream. I think I'm gonna throw a whole bunch of stuff once I'm done with everything today. Like after stream, I'm gonna probably throw all my utensils into my mixing bowl, and I'm gonna basically take that upstairs, place it in my sink, and be like, okay, I'm done now. But yeah, we're starting to thin down. Not as much stuff. I don't have like a whole bunch of things on here. I'm just gonna slice my butter like this, and that way I have a nice distributed amount of butter, so it melts easy. Don't have to this way, but right. Historically, this has worked for having my butter melt. So, well, having it melt in a reasonably quick time frame, and it works. Stuff in the trash. This is basically prepped. And let's see. Yep. Start doing all the dry goodies for batch 4. Starting off with the rice. Chex. Oh wow, these bags are like almost perfect. Nice. I just have like a little bit of crumbs left, which I could probably use those for some. Who knows? I might just like mix each bag up and make cereal someday or something. I'm not a particularly cereal enjoying person. Granted, when I do visit my grandma, she does make it a point to keep Reese's Puff cereal in stock for me, which it's like those things grandmas do for you, and it's like, man, grandma, you like don't have to do this, but I seriously appreciate it. Boom, we're done with peanuts. This is actually the fun part. One of the fun. I literally just threw that peanut lid. Behold. The Kirtland peanuts. Actually, I'm gonna grab a screenshot of this because I might need this later. I might need this to shill Costco more. Which I will always be a killer of the Costco. And, okay. Peanuts in. I'd like to put a lid on you, but I cannot do so at this moment. I'm gonna check in with batch 3. I really like how every time I open up the microwave, after this has been microwaving for a little bit, like, the smell just assaults my nostrils. So, let's give this a nice mix. All Chex mix for a reason. And, yeah. Good. Oh, yeah. Love it. I kind of wish I had a larger glass bowl for this. Just so that way I would have a bit more of like a lip. And I could be maybe a little bit more aggressive with my stirring. Yeah. Stirring to distribute heat. And microwave. Sorry, Peanut. You're going back into the hole. Ow. Oh. Cool. That's gonna be that. The. And pretzel noodles in. Let's see how many bugles I got. Usually, let's see. How big is this bag? Come on, bag. I want to know your weight. So this is like just a 7.5 ounce bag of bugles. Oh, wait. Another rare. Ooh, rare black bugle. Decent one. And honestly, there's so few bugles left. I'm just dumping the whole bag of bugles in there. But I can use my bugle bag as a trash can. And give me a moment. I have to recover a lid for that. And yeah, okay, yes. Table enough. That's woo. I'll taste test that, but that's 2 batches down. Actually, I really like the full bowl look. Woohoo! Oh. But yeah. I think for batch 3, I'll actually kind of show you guys how I empty the wax sheet. Because I do think it's a kind of a reasonably big IQ play. But, whatever. Oh. Man, I got a lot. Happy with my timing and stuff, but I'm also thinking about like all the various things I also need to do. I have a few get ready, so. But I think as far as like my time goes, making my Thanksgiving event. But yeah, it won't take. Actually, speaking of making sure I make time, I better go ahead and get this butter defrosted. Well, not necessarily defrost, but melted. I just used the defrost function to melt the butter. So, I'm gonna take this hot bowl of Chex Mix, and I'm gonna throw it on my. Make sure it cools down. Oh. Thanks. Man. This stuff's great. Oh. Go ahead and add in. Ooh. Right, this bowl is like really hot. Like really hot. But it does get really hot at this point in the process. Right, I do like this pre-bowl strategy because, well, I just knocked a whole bunch of it out, but a lot of the fine like dusty powder at the bottom of the Chex bags, a lot of that kind of settles out. And the reason why you primarily get lumpy Chex Mix is because of that powder. That powder basically mixes with the sauce and kind of becomes a glue that holds everything together. Oh. Making our last batch of sauce. 1 tablespoon. Oh. Recipe calls for 2. I'm gonna go a hair bit less because I've been taste testing and it's a little salty. Pretty salty. Don't want to get too ham with the salt. I'll just go ahead and throw garlic in. A little bit of garlic. That's a good stir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Since I just have like a wee little bit left in my bottle. Give it a good swirl. And that's that. Oh yeah, I didn't have to crack open my other bottle, so. Man, like. I mean, I had to crack open my peanuts, but I was expecting that. That was well within expectations. But yeah, we're gonna give this a real good stir, and then I think I might do a little bit of cleaning up, since I don't have no more next batches to prepare. Making absolute fabulous. Okay. Granted, I am a little bit sorry that I'm trying to be quick about this, but I was not expecting to be at family event until like 11, but they want me there at like 10 something. They want me between 10 and 10:30. So I had to put a little bit of a pronto on my morning. That's also why I started stream at an hour sooner. Well, I was expecting to start it sooner, just because I did want to go ahead and get this done. And I didn't know kind of what time I wanted to do things. This is just a quick, easy, simple cooking stream. And I will be posting the recipe on the social media after stream. Well, maybe not hold me perfectly to that, because I'm pretty much gonna have to like, because I do have a family event that I need to get to. However, I will eventually, at some point, have a recipe posted to the social medias. Actually, I can make my life a lot easier if I just go ahead and grab an image on the phone, because that way I will have it. Then I want to just make sure it's reasonably legible. It's reasonably legible. It's in the ancient language of squiggly lines. You take the ancient language of taking squiggly lines and then making them into something of a coherent whole. Which I can read. Barely. Thankfully, I was born at just the right time. Well, it's funny because I was actually born at the time where I had to learn it, but technology also advanced enough to the point where any like good reason to learn it evaporated. So I basically learned it, and I don't really use it for anything other than my signature. And this in my handy dandy bugle bag of bugleness. Yeah. Man, this is real quick cleanup. I love quick cleanup. This is great. This is very lovely. Especially considering like some of the woodworking streams I do, like, man, cleanup after some of those streams takes a while. Takes a while. Ooh. Gotcha. Look at that steamy. Ah, Chex mix. Ooh. Yeah. Stop's gonna. I'm actually curious. I think I've actually raised the temperature of the stop a little bit by at least a degree or two. Because of all the steam coming off the Chex Mix and, well, also the radiant heat from the glass bowl. Okay. Reasonably good. Yeah, I'll approve of it. Yeah, that passes quality inspection. Passes quality inspection. Okay, that's in there. Get those taken off. Towel back in. My sleeve kept getting caught on the microwave door. Start. Okay. So, while that's cooking, I'm gonna bring my camera up, and I'm gonna show you guys my technique for getting all the Chex Mix off that cooking sheet and into a bowl. Granted, the bowl I'm gonna use is behind me, so check this out. Our bowl. It's grab the inches. I want one hand on one side of the world. One hand on the intention. Then help it. Bada bang, bada boom. There it goes. But yeah, that's the technique there. And back to the, well, wait, no. We do that. We'll do that. Granted, some of these clumps can be pretty fun. Man, that's good. That's really good. But yeah. Also, I do kind of want to apologize a little bit for not doing as many woodworking streams. But I need to settle. So I have a big project planned. But I need to settle on a design for it. And I have it. I've done a little bit of searching the internets for a good plan for it. I've been partially successful. I've got some good ideas, but nothing I want to commit to just yet. Because this is going to be a project that's going to go in my bedroom. So I'm going to be seeing it nearly every day. So I want to be really happy with the end result. So I'm doing research on that. So once I get that done, we'll start that project because that's going to be a big project. It's going to be multi-streams, and we're going to put a pretty good dent into my remaining sassafras wood supply. Right now, I've got a pretty decent amount left, but starting to thin down. I'm expecting to use enough to the point to be like, okay, cool. I've used a fairly reasonable amount of it. So basically means I get to go searching on Facebook Marketplace for more look for some more wood for sale. Lumber for sale. Not necessarily wood. I got plenty of wood sitting in my driveway right now. Okay, well actually I'll set that. But I think next week Granted, this is also another thing I need to get plans for. I do want to make a bat box, and I think that would be like a real fun small project for next week. So I'll be doing a woodworking, making a bat box stream. Probably be using good old miter saw coon here. So yeah. So a little bit sorry that today's stream had to be short, but I've got places where I gotta go, and I'm sure a lot of you are spending time with your family and friends and all that fun stuff as well. So I'm Sugi Yamagawa, and this is VTubing my slow life hobbies in my 30s, and I want to just take a moment to thank everyone for tuning in, and also I want to wish every last one of you a very happy Thanksgiving. And with that, see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.